And stop! This is what you are going to see in today's episode, not once, not twice, not even 3 times, but many more times. What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome back to yet another episode on my channel, where today our main guest is Type 5 Heavy. Due to a lot of requests from you guys, from my beautiful viewers, you wanted to know if Equipment 2.0 has any effect on the Type 5 Heavy with the Terp Cannon, because when they decided to nerf Type 5's Terp Cannon, they did quite a good job, I have to say, because they took this Tier 10's Terp Cannon and they made it worse than the Terp Cannon on a Tier 6 heavy tank than on KV2. Don't believe me? Well, take a look at this. On the left side we have KV2, on the right side we have Type 5's Terp Cannon, and you can see that when we compare standard rounds, KV2 has more alpha damage, 910 compared to the 900, and KV2 has more penetration as well, 86 compared to the 75 millimeters of penetration. Of course, Type 5 gets more penetration with premium HE, and this is what's actually so ridiculous about this gun as well. If you do not want to put yourself and your team into heavy disadvantage, you basically have to waste a lot more credits. You basically have to shoot premium rounds. Otherwise, your gun is simply worse than on a Tier 6 heavy tank. Yeah, of course, gun handling is slightly better because it is a Tier 10 gun, but you get the point. So today, what we are going to do is I'm trying to pimp it up. I'm trying to pimp up this gun. I'm trying to pimp up this firepower using the Terp HE as much as possible. To do that, Equipment 2.0 of course comes into help because previously we were not able to boost it that much. What I'm going to do is I try to fire as many shells and I try to fire them as accurately as possible. So I'm going to use improved equipment units, at least 2 of them. I'm going to use improved ventilation because previously we actually had 7.5%. Now they improved the improved equipment even more, so we can call them improved equipment units, right? So let's use ventilation and tank on rammer, just to boost our reload time. Now the final slot, in the final slot, you can use many different things. You can use the accuracy booster, but you know Type 5 likes to be close range. Anyway, many times sniping is not the best thing this tank is known for. Then I really don't like to boost this survivability because it really doesn't matter with this gun, and people usually when they are bouncing off 1 or 2 shots, they are loading premium rounds automatically or premium rounds right from the get-go when they see Type 5 Heavy, so boosting our survivability doesn't help. Even getting extra 290 hit points does not help. So I decided to choose between either vertical stabilizer, improved one, or the improved rotation mechanism, which boosts our mobility slightly, which boosts our gun handling slightly. So in my first battles, this is going to be my first setup. Of course, I'm going to use food, brothers in arms. You need all the skills as well. This is why I dusted off my community contributors account. It's just to show you all those things. Food is definitely mandatory. Also, tank on rammer directive, just to boost our reload time, just to take more shots, as many shots as possible. This is going to be my first setup in the first battle at least, which, by the way, this entire episode actually was recorded live. I just did that basically like 20 minutes ago. All the battles were played live as well with live commentary, but because of the Windows update, all my sound settings, all my default sound settings were off. It was using webcam's microphone. And you can imagine that sound quality. Please don't imagine that sound quality. So I am going to do that again. Maybe a bit more information as well packed into this one. So let's head back into the same battle you just saw at the start of the episode, and let's take a look at that shot once again. Yes, it was absolutely beautiful, but 100% lucky at the same time, because, believe it or not, but I tried to aim at the tracks, but I take this miss. I take this beautiful miss from the gun. It did penetrate the lower plate, 940 alpha damage penetration. Now, we are using premium HE over here, of course, because if you want to use Turp Cannon, and if you do not want to be a liability for your team, basically, you want to use that, or just don't use this gun at all, because it is not good option for you. So waiting for the super conks, waiting for the chieftain, but I saw from the corner of my eye from the minimap that there is FE215B somewhere over here who was looking for me as well. Now that one was kind of easy penetration. This guy was standing still. I was aiming at the lower plate. I had time to fully aim in my shot, and boom, 883. And this is exactly what I said before. One shot bounced from the FE215B, and boom, right away, premium rounds loaded in. Hello, Super Conk. I believe that Super Conk wants to get some revenge over here. Now I have to deal with two British Terran heavy tanks, the only two British Terran heavy tanks we have. One is firing APCR, the second one is firing APCR now as well. So I didn't want to deal with both of them at the same time, so I decided to pull back for now. But you see from the minimap that FE45 is rushing in, and this guy keeps rushing in, and boom, into the tracks. I thought I killed the guy, but I actually tracked for 280 damage. 3 critical hits, and our ally FE425 was able to pick up the kill. Anyway, over here I saw an opportunity to put yet another shot into Super Konk's lower plate, so I simply couldn't resist. 850 into the lower plate, it goes, yet another penetration, so not bad, ladies and gentlemen, so far. 940 penetration, 883 penetration, 854 penetration, absolutely beautiful. So far this gun seems to be behaving, but let's be honest over here, this matchmaking, although this matchmaking is actually... this shot though. Although this matchmaking is actually quite rough for Type 5. Why? Because it really doesn't like to see too many tier 10s, and especially too many tier 10 heavy tanks, and this matchmaking had quite a few high class heavy tanks, because it is hard to penetrate with your low ass penetration. You have like crazy low penetration. Even on your premium H round in a tier 10 battle, so you do not want to see too many of them, but being able to deal 3300 damage so far, it is not half bad. And don't worry guys, we are going to deal a lot more damage, and in a lot more ridiculous way. Oh boy. FE425, of course. This is the easiest target in this entire battle for me to penetrate, and I would love to get a little snack, a little bite off from that final FE425 who is still alive. So waiting for Type 5 heavies tracks, maybe able to... We just wasted actually Type 5's repair kit. I was hoping maybe we are going to be able to track that guy again. Seems like that Type 5 is repositioning away. He really doesn't want to be tracked out in the open. Smart play, definitely. And now going after the FE425, actually. Looking at my HP, FE425, knowing how hard it is for the FE425 to penetrate me in the first place, I was willing to take the risk. I was willing to take the shot. FE425 basically from the front cannot penetrate me unless he hits a pixel weak spot somewhere, I don't know. So I took 600, almost 600 damage, 564, but I wanted to make sure I'm going to penetrate, and I almost did 1000 damage, 994, and this time quick reaction saved my ass, 458, a bit quicker reaction than the FE had, which I don't know why he made that mistake. He would have been better off simply waiting out this situation over here. So, 4771 damage done. It was my first battle actually with this setup with Type 5 today. First battle of today as well, so to get off with this type of a score, it's always nice, right? But this battle would not be perfect if we would not ram the Type 5, right? From the top down. And we're going to do that, and this battle is going to end in even more ridiculous way. Wait, boom, quick shot, just in case we are going to die. There it is, 400 damage in total with some tracking, with some ramming, and FE425 comes in with a killing blow, giving me some assistance, and dropping over side by side. It made me laugh. Beautiful finish, victory boom for the end. Over 6,300 combined damage out from this battle, ladies and gentlemen. It surprised me. It actually did surprise me a lot. But come on, let's be honest over here. It was very lucky battle as well. I was able to get at least 2 lucky penetrations, I would say. So the first penetration was luck. Maybe the other ones were more aimed in and more predictable. Into FE, into Super Conk, the second penetration, FE 405. Yeah, some luck, of course, you need some luck. But top damage done. Quite a crazy battle, actually, I have to say. So, first battle with a Type 5 with this setup. I decided to jump into another one, this time on Terpenberg with this same loadout over here. And this Terpenberg battle turned out to be a way more terpy battle, but once again with some penetrations. As I said, as promised at the start of the episode, you are going to see a lot of those penetrations, like 268 version 4 did to me, and boom, take that, Super Conk 7 damage. This time I did hit Super Conk. My first shot went into the Super Conk as well, but not the penetration, but only 7 damage and some tracking. But I'm going to get some assistance and I'm going to get my revenge. What I mean by that? Well, take a look at his shot and goodbye. 724 damage penetration. And I'm going to get my revenge on 268 version 4 as well. Don't you worry, guys. Don't you worry about a thing. Now, I decided to be so very aggressive over here in this battle because I saw 277 took the early position aggressively and I wanted to support him. And now I see version 4 back here. Quickly turning. Penetration 853 damage. It was a low roll, but I did more than he did to me, so that means I come out as a winner. Now 277 is going to pressure that 279 early. If we get 279 early out from this game, we might win this battle. So aiming at 279 early at first, but I see 277's Ancient Bay. What would you do, guys? Come on, be honest with me. What would you do if you see 277's Ancient Bay, which is simply screaming at you that, please shoot me, penetrate me? I couldn't resist. 890 damage penetration into 277, and usually this actually F's up the entire vehicle as well. Ancient damage, sometimes ancient fire, stuff like that, you know. Now, because I am using HE over here, of course, I'm going after the Drax. We want to get rid of that 279 as quickly as possible, but trying to do that is going to be the biggest mistake I am going to do in this battle, because as you just saw, FE405 with standard HE actually was able to hit me through that little window over here, and did set me on fire. So now I have only 35 hit points left, which is, let's be honest, over here 34 hit points more than I need, but yeah, being aggressive over here really did bite me in the arse. And now, having only one more shell left in me, basically I tried to make that a penetration, and guess what? 1007 damage penetration. I was able to cross 1000 damage with a single shot, which is a win in my book. Let's be honest over here. But as I said, Terpenberg played super terpy for me and for my team as well. I ended up dealing the most damage in the team, even without that final penetration. Even without that final 1000 penetration, I would have been top damage dealer with the HE Type 5 Heavy 2 battles in a row, because those 2 battles were played in a row. Once again, don't forget that. Terp Type 5 Heavy in 2 tier 10 battles. That's something weird. So now I decided to, for my final battle, I decided to switch up the loadout a bit. I thought, what if we try to boost Type 5's TPM by being in more places? You know, how can you be in more places faster? Boosting the mobility. Turbocharger is going in, boom, giving us extra 7.5% engine power, plus 4 km per hour top forward speed, and plus 2 km per hour top reverse speed. And usually, you know me, when I'm trying to do the best mobility build possible, I'm going all in. I am going to pick the turbocharger, I'm going to pick premium oil, premium fuel. But what I found out, to my shock actually, I haven't noticed that before, but the Japanese vehicles, Japanese nation, or at least the heavy tank Type 5 over here in this case, for example, they do not get premium fuel. I was like, I have never noticed that before. Over here, only quality oil. Russians, for example, get the remove speed governor, where or what gives you plus 10% to the engine power. British vehicles get premium fuel. I'm just showcasing it over here. Plus 10% to the engine power and turret traverse speed. Basically, Japanese heavy tanks or Japanese nation is missing one consumable slot. Same goes to the French ones, we have premium fuel over here. Same goes to the American ones, we have premium fuel over here. What the hell? And nothing in the Japanese factory. Or for the Japanese vehicles. That was weird. Anyway, I'm going to pick the plus 5% to the engine power because it is hiddenly going to boost our, traverse speed as well, because you have more horsepower, you are able to do that faster, you're able to climb faster, better top speed, better acceleration and all those things. And we were playing on Pearl River, and let me tell you, at first, maybe I was simply imagining things, maybe I was trying to look things in the better light, but it really felt like it helped. It really helped, like it helped my turning on the move, for example. But I know it definitely helped me to get into my position faster earlier over here on Pearl River. At first I thought maybe I'm going to flank all the vehicles at the northeast corner, like from tier base side, but then I thought no, they're going to push in, let me simply wait for them and let me snipe. Now, this battle is the derpiest of the two previous battles, because this is the battle what you are normally going to see most likely. When you see vehicles that are not easily penetrable, even with your premium, with your sad premium HE penetration, And this is the type of battle you're going to see. You deal normally around 300 damage, you are not able to hit weak spots that often, even boosting your gun handling to the max, you're not able to do that too often. So this battle, I was fighting versus Object 430 versus that 50 TP Polish heavy tank for basically the entire battle. Eventually I was able to take them out, but at what cost? Wasting half of the battle basically on it, because I didn't have the angle, I didn't want to push in, I didn't want to put myself into into that heavy disadvantage. Basically I didn't want to open up more place for the enemy vehicles. So all in all, what I can say, yes, this tank with the HE is receiving a lot of help from the equipment system 2.0, because you need good gun handling, you need better gun handling, and you want to fire often, more often. The plus side, of course, is you deal damage with almost every single shot. With almost every single shot you deal damage. But the low HE shots in no damaging shots, which happen more often, or non-damaging shots, I mean non-penetration shots, which happen more often than the penetrations. Overall, I don't know how good it is for your win ratio, for your damage per game ratio, for your average damage. So equipment 2.0 helps it, but does it make it playable, or does it make it better than the other gun? Playable, yes, but not better. The other gun is way more consistent, especially if you tap the 2 key, if you load in the AP, which has more penetration. So it was fun though. It was once again fun to play around with it. We had 2 tier 10 battles, 1 tier 9 battle as well for the end. Of course, this type of build loves to face tier 8s, loves to face some targets which can be penetrated more easily. So tier 8s, tier 9s, the more type 5 terps of targets, the better it is for the vehicle. But anyway, it was fun. I cannot lie that. I cannot deny the fact that it was fun. But what do you think? Which gun are you using on your Type 5? Are you using Terp Cannon? Are you using AP gun? Which type of build are you using on your Type 5? Let me know in the comments down below, please do. I'm actually interested. And also, let me know what you would like to see me testing next time, what type of builds you would like to see me testing. Maybe you have some crazy ideas, maybe you have some genuine questions about vehicles and different builds. Just hit me up in the comment section down below. Don't be shy. I try to do everything I can do, basically. So please do that. I thank you so much for your time over here today. Thank you for spending your time over here with me, and I get you next time with something else. Stay awesome, beautiful people. Take care and bye.